hello. How's everybody doing today? Again, this is my third live today. The first one was about Michael Jackson's brother, Tito Jackson, who has passed on yesterday and last night on a trip from New Mexico to Oklahoma. So, and then I just did the one about Asia Degree, about they're seizing the property, and then they found a car. Hopefully they'll find something about it. Maybe we can get this 7-month-year-old missing child. She's been missing since she was 9 years old. That's when she went missing, when she was 9. And this is 24 years and 7 months later and still has not been found. Hopefully they'll find her soon. Okay. And now this one's about Tr&mp. Okay. I don't know if we can say his name or not. It is political about what happened yesterday. How true is it? I don't know. But we're going to go ahead and play this information for you guys. I don't know if you all know about it.
What we know about the Trump attack and the suspect. Emergency services cordoned off the area outside the Trump International Golf Club in West Palm Beach on Sunday. Former President Donald Trump was rushed to safety on Sunday after what the FBI called an apparent assassination attempt at Trump's golf course in West Palm Beach. The incident comes almost exactly 2 months after a shooting at a Trump rally in Butler, Pennsylvania, which left Trump wounded and one supporter dead. Details are still emerging from the latest incident and about the suspect, named by U.S. media as Ryan Routh. Here is what we know so far. How was the suspect spotted? The incident unfolded at the Trump International Golf Club in West Palm Beach, about 15 minutes from Trump's Florida residence, Mar-a-Lago. The gunman was first seen by Secret Service agents who were sweeping the course ahead of the former president as he played. The agents usually go one hole ahead to perform security checks, according to police. The muzzle of a rifle, initially described as an AK-47 style rifle by County Sheriff Rick Bradshaw, was spotted sticking through the shrubbery that lines the course. At the time, Trump was about 300 to 500 yards, 275-460 m, away from the gunman, he said. An agent immediately engaged with the person holding the rifle, who fled, Sheriff Bradshaw said. The Secret Service did exactly what should have been done. How was the suspect caught? Agents opened fire when they spotted the gunman and fired 4 to 5 rounds of ammunition. The suspect dropped the rifle and fled in a vehicle, abandoning the weapon along with 2 knapsacks, a scope used for aiming a weapon, and a GoPro camera, Sheriff Bradshaw said. A witness saw the man flee from the shrubbery to a black Nissan, the sheriff said. The witness captured a photo of the car and provided it to law enforcement. Follow live, latest updates and analysis on apparent assassination attempt. Analysis: political violence becomes America's new norm, but is still shocking. BBC Verify: Rose Atkins examines what we know about suspect Ryan Routh. Watch how apparent assassination attempt unfolded in 60 seconds. The suspect was apprehended by police driving northbound on the I-95 highway after crossing into Martin County, roughly 61 kilometers, 38 miles, from Trump's golf course. Several law enforcement sources have told the BBC's U.S. partner, CBS News, that the suspect's name is Ryan Wesley Routh. Who is Ryan Routh? Details on the suspect's history are slowly emerging. Speaking to U.S. media, Mr. Routh's son, Orrin, described him as a loving and caring father. I don't know what has happened in Florida, and I hope things have just been blown out of proportion, because from the little I've heard it doesn't sound like the man I know to do anything crazy, much less violent, Orrin said in a statement to CNN. BBC Verify has found social media profiles matching that name. They indicate that Routh called for foreign fighters to go to Ukraine to battle against Russian forces. There are also pro-Palestinian, pro-Taiwan, and anti-China messages on his profile, including allegations about Chinese biological warfare and references to the COVID-19 virus as an attack. Mr. Routh, who had no military experience, told the New York Times in 2023 he had traveled to Ukraine immediately after Russia's invasion in 2022 to find military recruits among Afghan soldiers who had fled the Taliban. He seems to have been involved in recruitment efforts as recently as this summer, writing on Facebook in July, "Soldiers, please do not call me. We are still trying to get Ukraine to accept Afghan soldiers and hope to have some answers in the coming months. Please have patience." Early reporting suggests Mr. Routh had a criminal record. According to CBS sources, Ryan Routh was charged and convicted of numerous felony offenses in Guilford County in North Carolina between 2002 and 2010. The offenses including carrying a concealed weapon, resisting arrest by a police officer, driving with a revoked license, possession of stolen property, and hit and run with a motor vehicle. Officials showed images of the suspect's belongings during a news conference. What happened to Trump? Trump was not injured during the incident. Shortly after the incident was confirmed by his campaign team, the Republican issued a statement to his fundraising list, which read, "There were gunshots in my vicinity, but before rumors start spiraling out of control, I wanted you to hear this first. I am safe and well." Trump gave his account to Fox News anchor Sean Hannity, who retold the
Real
episode
or
on air
not?
on
What do y'all
Sunday.
think?
"They were on the fifth hole. They were about to go up to putt," Mr. Hannity said. "The former president heard pop, 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 pop," he said. Within seconds, the Secret Service pounced on the president and covered him. He added that a steel-reinforced vehicle soon whisked Trump away to safety. What happens next? During the same news conference with the sheriff, Jeffrey Veltri from the FBI Miami field office said the Bureau was leading investigations alongside other law enforcement agencies. "We've deployed a number of resources, including investigative teams, crisis response team members, bomb technicians,
Hey,
and evidence
Armando.
response team members," Veltri said, adding that the full resources of the FBI alongside the U.S. Secret Service, the Palm Beach Sheriff's Office, and Martin County Sheriff's Office were mobilized. The White House said President Joe Biden and Vice President Kamala Harris, who is the Democratic presidential candidate, had been briefed about the incident and were relieved to know that he was safe. "I am deeply disturbed by the possible assassination attempt of former President Trump today," Harris said in a statement. Leaders from the bipartisan congressional task force set up to investigate the July 13th assassination attempt in Pennsylvania said they were thankful the former president was not harmed, but remained deeply concerned about political
Wouldn't
violence
doubt it.
and condemn it in all of its forms. Republican Congressman Mike Kelly and Democrat Jason Crow said the task force has requested a briefing with the Secret Service to understand what happened and how security responded. Secret Service's Rafael Barros told reporters on Sunday measures had been taken since the previous assassination attempt and the threat level is high. The first court appearance for Mr. Routh is expected on Monday at the Palm Beach County Courthouse near Mar-a-Lago.
So this is the other thing I wanted to share, and then I'm done for the day, at least for now. I might go later. I'm not sure. Did you hear about Tito Jackson? He had a heart attack yesterday on his way from New Mexico to Oklahoma. That's sad, right? I mean, he was having trouble in 1979 with his artery aneurysm, not aneurysm, but gosh, what is that word? He's been sick for a while, yeah, and he's had issues with that. It's sad. All right, and I wanted to share this video real quick. Well, this is a picture of what happened yesterday. And then, give me 1 second. This is the map of what happened yesterday. And then, let's see. And this is Ryan. Let's see what else they have in here. This is the hole where they found the camera and all this other stuff that has something to do with what happened yesterday. And this is a video. Let's see if there's an ad. Hold on one second.
The man accused of trying to assassinate Donald Trump left this: a rifle with a scope or sight attached, 2 rucksacks, and a GoPro camera attached to a fence. The Secret Service says that at around 1:30 p.m. local time, the man was seen hiding in bushes close to holes 5, 6, and 7 of the Trump International Golf Course in Palm Beach, Florida. You can see there are trees and bushes between the course and the 2 roads along the perimeter. Authorities estimate the man was between 300 and 500 yards from Donald Trump. The man then fled, but a member of the public saw him getting into his car and told police. Shortly afterwards, the police stopped him on the I-95 highway. This image, released by the police, shows the vehicle after it had been stopped. According to sources speaking to CBS, the man is Ryan Routh, and BBC verifiers identified several social media accounts that match that name and has cross-referenced them with an image of a man allegedly being arrested at the scene.
Right.
In 2020, this post from Ryan Routh criticizes Donald Trump and says he voted for him in 2016, but we all were greatly disappointed. I will be glad when you're gone, he writes. More recently, he's been heavily involved in recruiting foreign fighters to come to Ukraine to join the war against Russia. Last year, he was featured in a New York Times article about international volunteers in Ukraine. There are also posts about COVID, accusing China of biological warfare, and there are pro-Taiwan and pro-Palestinian messages too. Ryan Routh is now in custody in Florida, suspected of the attempted assassination of Donald Trump. The man accused of trying to assassinate Donald Trump left this: a rifle with a scope or sight attached, 2 rucksacks, and a GoPro camera attached to a fence. The Secret Service says that...
Okay. Oh, Lord have mercy. All right. I wanted to keep this short so everybody could watch these videos, so I'm not going to be here for long. Thank you for coming through, Armando, and those who have came through as well. Thank you for coming. Even if you didn't put anything in the chat, I know you're here. Appreciate it. And as usual, the Nightbot is here. Anyway, you don't have to go home, but you got to get up out of here. Have a great day. See you later. Bye.